First up, basketball standout Nick Billings. Nick was one of the nation's elite shot blockers and defenders during his career before embarking on a long professional career abroad. He ranked among the NCAA's top 6 in blocks 3 straight seasons and was the America East Defensive Player of the Year in 2002-03. And perhaps most importantly, Nick was the face of a fledgling Division I athletics program in the early 2000s. His star power attracted fans to the event center and arenas across the league, and also legitimized the school's ascent into the highest level of NCAA competition. Please now draw your attention to the video board for this special presentation.
He is an attention getter standing 7 feet tall. You don't see many of those anywhere, more so now perhaps than back in the early 2000s, but certainly at a mid-major level, turning from Division III to II to I as Binghamton was. So I think my first impression was, how in the world did he ever come to Binghamton?
Nick was, to me, the most physically gifted player that I have ever seen in the America East Conference. And by physically gifted, you talk about just raw talent. You talk about someone who was a true 7-footer, who could run, who could jump out of the gym, and not just jump incredibly high for a 7-footer, but get off the ground incredibly quickly for a man his size in a way that you just do not see in the America East.
When you think Binghamton basketball, you think Nick Billings. I'm pretty sure he stepped on campus with a lot to prove. 7-foot guy, very entertaining. And the fans loved him. The community loved him.
He was so dominating, and I think the fact that he came at a time when the team had just moved to Division I, so the whole campus, the whole community was looking for some connection. And he was that connection, big time at 7 feet tall.
Nick blocked 336 shots in really less than 3 full years. Nick is a player who dominated the game on the defensive end in a way that nobody in the America East has in the last 30-plus years. Nick changed the game on the defensive end in a way that nobody ever did. The intimidation factor was just different with Nick. He was loud, he was physical, he was aggressive. He blocked a shot, he would embarrass people, and he would put so much fear in them that they just wouldn't challenge him anymore. Nick might block 4 shots in a game. People would only take 4 shots on him in that game, or 5 shots on him in that game, because he just terrified people.
I just think that, again, his personality was what really locked him into the fans here and makes him a living legend. I mean, he was the original Tower of Power for Binghamton University. I think that's, again, a signature of a big start to the program, and it's something that people can reflect back on time and time again, that a player of that caliber could come here, play, dominate at Division I, and leave his mark, and still 20 or more years later, people are talking about, remember, Nick Billings.
The way that Nick has found a second act as a teacher and just a great person, a great friend, speaks volumes about him, and that lasts far longer than points, blocks, dunks, anything.
Nick, it was my pleasure to broadcast every game that you played here at Binghamton University. I was thrilled to see not only you play here, but to travel on and play professionally all over the world. What a tremendous, tremendous career of greatness for the Binghamton community and for Binghamton University and Binghamton University basketball.
Nick, congratulations. This is so long overdue, and it is so well earned. I couldn't be happier for you. I love you, bud, and you deserve it.
Nick, congratulations. It was an honor and a pleasure being your teammate. Make sure you embrace this moment. Take it all in and enjoy it. Everything that's coming to you has been earned. So, once again, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Alaska to join us here today for his induction into the Binghamton University Athletics Hall of Fame. Please welcome the original Tower of Power for the Bearcats, Nick Billings, forever enshrined in the Binghamton University Athletics Hall of Fame.
Make sure he gets in it. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you. Move this. Jeez, all right. I'm a teacher and I talk in front of kids all the time, and I'm actually nervous in front of adults. This is kind of funny. Man, I actually had hair back then a little bit. This is impressive. First off, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. This is an honor and a privilege. I want to thank my Creator. Through Him, all things are possible. I'm living proof of that right now. This is crazy that I'm up here. I want to thank my parents for all the love and the sacrifices that they made to get me here. We were not a wealthy family growing up, so being able to get a scholarship was probably the only way I was going to go to college. When I was in high school living in Alaska, it was really hard to get seen. I didn't go to the right camps. No one really saw me, and there was a coach out there named Randy Dunton, and he coached at Anchorage Christian School. And I got a phone call one day, and he calls me up, and he's like, "Hey, Nick, I saw you in high school. I'm out here. You know, we're really excited about you." And then they called me like every day. It was an absolute pleasure to coach with, or not to coach with, but to be coached by Randy Dunton and Al Walker. They took it upon me and gave me a chance. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the families that have taken care of me throughout the entire career. Heidi and Joel Thier, the former athletic directors, took me in. I felt like I was another son to them. They had me over for dinner one of the first weeks I was there, and Heidi's asking me all these questions about Alaska. And if you know me, I love jokes, I love telling stories, and I am just making up every single thing that she's asking me. I'm telling her I live in a two-story igloo. Every family has their own sled dogs. That's how we get around. You know, there's 6 months of darkness, 6 months of light. Yeah, there's wooden planks that we have to walk on. Halfway through the dinner, I couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, "Heidi, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I made all that up. I made all that up." Oh, man. I had a lot of families that took care of me while I was here. I had the Gobbies, still family friends to this day. I had the Woodards, the Verkeys, who took care of me and made me feel like I was part of a family. I had the Perkins. I miss your mom. I had some amazing people that helped me out while I was here. I want to thank Mike Wright, all my past teammates. They're the ones that got me the ball. I needed the ball. I'm a ball hog. This is such an amazing opportunity to play for an amazing school. I want to thank the BU athletic staff, past and present, for all the work that they've done. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. This is an honor. I'm honored to share this stage with all the fellow athletes that are being inducted, all the fellow athletes that have been inducted. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I will treasure this moment. I have a big heart, and a lot of these people in this room will always have a place in my heart. Thank you so much.